here at Trojan Stadium in Chambersburg. It is senior night, and it is the final game of the regular season for the Chambersburg Trojans. They are 1 win, 8 losses on the season, and tonight going against a very strong Cumberland Valley team. The Eagles come in at 7 wins and 2 losses, and Cumberland Valley with playoff next week. They're currently ranked number 7. They want to improve on that playoff spot. And the Trojans, Gary, just want to look for something positive to build on for the off season tonight.
Yes, we'll see how the quarterback situation is. We'll see maybe some new running backs, see how they do, see how the defense is. Maybe they'll have a bit of a defensive shake-up in a new defensive scheme. Defense has not been a strong point for Chambersburg this year. But hopefully we'll have some good news at the end of the game and enjoy the game. And we hope all our fans out there listening to Mid-Penn Broadcasting enjoy the game with us.
And tonight's pregame show is being brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent with offices in Greencastle and Wadesboro, serving Greencastle, Wadesboro, Mercersburg, Chambersburg, and the surrounding area. Antrim Insurance, proud supporters of high school football. And we did talk with Mark Saunders. Mark Saunders in his 5th year of head coach of the Chambersburg Trojans, coming into the last week of the season, and it's been a tough year for the Trojans, but Mark Saunders is going to talk with us and also talk about the positives that have come out of this season. We are talking with Chambersburg Trojans head football coach Mark Saunders. And last week with Harrisburg, you did get out to the lead briefly in that ball game.
Yeah, the kids came out on with a little fire under them and played pretty well. It was by far our best offensive output this year, and that just goes to show you, I think, that coming in the 7th, 8th game of the year, that our kids are still making progress. They haven't given up anything, so that was good to see. And as coaches, we were very pleased to see that. Although, we still are not in the business of moral victories, but I think, when you're going through some of the things we've been through, triumphs and tribulations in terms of moving the football and scoring, that was good to see that our kids are still improving.
Yeah, and I'm sure still some key mistakes in the ball game that has accounted for a lot of the points of the opposition this year. The turnovers and the the mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have the we're going to halftime down 19-3, and they got 2 of those touchdowns off of special team miscues.
Yeah.
So. That's a little disheartening there, but we try to go back and we try to correct those mistakes. But you're right, it's been a season full of ineptness in terms of offensive output, with turnovers, interceptions. I think we probably had 3 or 4 games we've had interception return for a touchdown. And that's just, I think that's probably a little bit of not making the correct read, and also not doing the right things we need to do to get going. So. We'll just see what happens.
And you have Cumberland Valley here in the season finale, another powerhouse of the Mid-Penn Commonwealth.
Yeah, they are dominant in what they do.
Yeah.
They're not real fancy about what they're doing. They line down and they play good, hard-nosed football, good aggressive football. So it's going to be a huge challenge for us to just match intensity with intensity. And but we've had a good week of practice. I know I say it every week, and I think and it's not a lie. Every week we have good spirited practices, and I think when you're going through a season we've been through, it's important that the team does not unravel. And I think that's my job, as the head coach and leader of this program. So and we haven't done that. The kids are still into it, and in fact, I think they maybe are a little saddened that we're going through our last week of practice, and that's a good thing, So that means, we're going the right way, but we just want to, if we can put together 4 quarters, and we go into this game with nothing to lose, and hopefully we can just play our hearts out, and you never know. That's why you play the games.
That's it. You never know. It's 0-0 until things start. But is it a game maybe that you take a few more chances in and try to stir up something a little bit offensively?
Yeah, it could be. I've because we're so I use the word inexperienced and young in some places. I find myself being very calling games in a defensive mode, so to speak. You don't want to do too much to overwhelm, and then we come up with turnovers and we put the defense in bad situation. But yeah, we don't have anything to lose. So yeah, you never know. You might see a Hail Mary or a flea flicker, so to speak. But yeah, we want to generate some excitement. We just wanted to just end this season and end this game on a positive note with something to build on going into the winning condition.
And once the season ends, it really does not end for you, though. It's an ongoing thing. What happens after the season ends?
Well, we'll start with play evaluations, exit interviews, that type of thing. And our biggest goal right now is to make sure these kids understand and they see what it takes to be successful. And so we got to go, start organizing our weight training program. We got to start recruiting the kids that are coming up, getting involved with them. We're going visiting the middle schools. And so, yeah, my job is just really start in terms of getting the program back to where it needs to be. And so we're excited about that. But we got a lot of work we got to get done. But we got a lot of kids that played this year that really some that really never expected to play, and then some that probably didn't play as well as they wanted to. So it's going to definitely be an off season of getting our confidence back, getting our swagger back, so to speak, and then getting ready to prepare ourselves to be successful.
And do you anticipate like some underclassmen? Do you feel that there's some players there that can help you through next year?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I really do. I think our plan here has always been, we always played a lot of young kids, and we have quite a few this year that played, got a lot of bad experience, and we have some that we want to see progress even more in the all season. So yeah, we've got some talented kids, I think, that hopefully see what needs to happen in terms of them preparing themselves, and I think they'll be able to accept the challenge.
Okay, with the season ending, and I know the victories aren't there, but you have been able to take a lot of positives out of this year, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think you have to. When you're going through a season, and again, what we're going through this year is not something that was unforeseen by our staff. I think many times people just think that we just go out there on Friday nights and just coach. There's a lot of preparation we put into this, so we knew that that was going to be something that's going to be a trying season for us. But with that being said, I think we made positive strides, particularly in the last 2 to 3 to 4 weeks. We've seen individuals strive to get better and making progress. And as coaches, that's all you really want. I don't think we were stagnant. We didn't just kind of like just stood in one place and spin our wheels. We had some kids that were forced to play, and they responded. May not responded at the rate we would like them to, but they have responded. So the future is going to be bright for Trojan football. We just got to go to work, and the kids just got to see where we're going and start preparing themselves.
Okay, well, Coach Saunders, thanks for joining us again throughout the season here, and good luck in the off season.
Yeah, well, thank you very much, and as always, it's always a pleasure to talk with you. But I also want to thank you and the company for broadcasting our games. You guys do a super job, and thanks for your support.
Okay, thank you very much. Right. We appreciate it. Thanks. And that was Chambersburg Trojans head coach Mark Saunders and his team going up against the Cumberland Valley Eagles tonight. And we'll be back with more of the pregame show after these messages on the F&M Trust and Sports Network on MidheadBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Hello. Okay, people, here's your chance to come clean. Been punished? What did you do?
I backed into a tree.
I got dinged at the mall.
I hit black ice, then a parked car.
And your punishment was?
They raised my auto premium.
Here's how to stop the punishment. Get Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. With Rate Lock, you'll get a low rate that stays low, even if you file a claim. You're locked in until you change cars, drivers, or your address.
Oh.
Which means when you call on us, you'll feel like you're supposed to feel. Relieved.
For complete details or to get a seriously good quote, call Antrim Insurance. In Greencastle, call 593-0500. In Waynesboro, call 762-4565.
See for yourself why more than 90% of Erie customers stay with Erie. Rate lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage. Insured must meet necessary underwriting guidelines. Premium may change if you make policy changes. Not all products are offered in all states. Patent pending.
It's home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Every day, Fast Signs helps businesses with their visual communications. We ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and help you build your business. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Visit www.fastsigns.com or visit us at our Greencastle and York locations.
Chalk Talk, the only program dedicated exclusively to Franklin County High School football, is on MidPennBroadcasting.com. Join Gary Klein and Mike Montadoro every Thursday night at 7:30, streaming live from John Allison Public House, 401 East Baltimore Street in Greencastle. We preview each week's upcoming games and talk with the players, coaches, and reporters. You're invited to join the conversation. Email us your questions and comments during the show. Chalk Talk on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Live and local. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Y'all ready for this?
Welcome back to Trojan Stadium in Chambersburg as the Trojans get set to face the Cumberland Valley Eagles. And Gary, we're talking there with Coach Mark Saunders, but he remains and continues to have a very positive outlook with the Chambersburg Trojans, knowing it's a young ball club, but looking for the positives in this season and going forward.
I see that also. He's very optimistic, and they run the same system down the junior high that they do the senior high, so hopefully the younger players, as they come up, they'll be familiar with the system. But he's a very optimistic man as a coach, and he knows the team has done some good things this year, and they want to build on that for next year.
And the Trojans are looking, after tonight, it will all be looking toward next year, the long process of getting ready for another football season. And we're going to be joined here on the pregame show by Ed Gottwals. We're joined by Ed Gottwals on the pregame show, and from sports editor of Game Time PA and Public Opinion. And tonight, the Trojans close out their season against one of the powerhouses of the Commonwealth, Cumberland Valley Eagles. And does this look like your typical Cumberland Valley team that Chambersburg is going to face tonight?
I'd say yes and no. Yes, they're good, like they're always good. I think, they still use the wing tee and all that kind of stuff. I think the differences are, they have not passed the ball as much or as effectively this year as they have maybe in the past few years. They still have a very good running game. So it's not like they're impotent in offense. It's just a little bit different style, a little bit more smash mouth. And I think their defense is better than usual. The last two games, they shut out Stedford Dauphin and they shut out State College. Now, State College did have their top running back that didn't play that game, but still, that's pretty impressive. Back-to-back shutouts in the Commonwealth. You don't see that too often.
It is indeed, for 2 weeks in a row. And I guess the one thing that I kind of scratched my head a little bit on earlier this season is when I saw Cumberland Valley lose a game 28-0. That was very unlike.
And that was the Central Dauphin East.
Yes.
I'm sure they haven't lost them very often.
No, not very often, but of course CD East turned out to be a powerhouse this year. But
I think that kind of was a stepping stone for them to have a good year.
Yeah, and Chambersburg tonight coming in, and is there anything that Chambersburg could do to at least keep this thing respectable tonight?
Well, I think one thing you can look at is the fact that because Cumberland Valley's not passing too much, Chambersburg does play against the run pretty well at times. So if they can, read the keys to that wing T properly and get guys in the right lanes, and I mean, they're not going to shut Cumberland Valley down, but the big thing is if they can maybe get them into some third down situations and then stop them there, I think they can, at least give the offense a chance. But what concerns me, I'm sure it concerns the coach a little bit, is if you concentrate too much on that run, Cumberland Valley is certainly capable of popping a play action pass on you. So if they can avoid getting burned by that and can do a decent job against the run, they might be able to hold Cumberland Valley down a little bit, as long as they don't give them, turnovers and good field position, all that kind of stuff too.
And, it certainly would be a great boost for the Trojans to at least come away with something out of this ball game to maybe build on a little bit in the off season going forward.
Yeah, it would. You can always say there's no moral victories, but I would say, if they do play a good game and they maybe continue sort of an upward trend a little bit, then yeah, you can use that in the off season. You can say, hey, we got closer, and these are the kind of things we have to do to compete in this league.
And is Chambersburg offense, do you see improvement in that? Last week they put up, a lot of yards against Harrisburg.
Well, there's improvement in some places. If you could draw like a bar graph or something, they started out the season, they were barely even getting 100 yards in offense. And that now they've been, except for, especially with Hunter leading their last few games at quarterback, they've been able to get consistently over 200, which, that's still not massive, but it's quite an improvement. And the only problem is they're not turning those yards into points very often. And that's, I think the biggest factor there is they just don't have that game breaker. They don't have, the Jordan Browns and the Jamal Pickett's and that kind of person who, just can get into space and just go. That's just not built that way. And I think that's their one biggest drawback. They've definitely, I think they're running their plays better on offense, and they're definitely gaining more yards. But it's one of those things where they sort of have to grind out a touchdown drive. They're just not quite capable of doing that consistently.
Yes, and I know when you look at the stat sheet and you see the kicker as your leading scorer, you've had trouble scoring.
Yeah, he definitely been a bright spot though. No question that. You'll remember the name Nazir Taylor. I think if he continues to improve, by the time he gets to be a senior, he might be quite good.
Yes, he has been very impressive this year, and he is a freshman, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, okay, so a freshman. So, that's something, and 4 years down the road could be, exceptionally good. And, it is, something, and I guess the rebuilding of this Chambersburg program in the off season will be an ongoing thing.
Yes, it will. There's a lot of work to do, and there's especially a lot of work to do behind the scenes because there's issues out there that need to be dealt with. I don't think we want to go into all that right now, but it's just there's some negative things going on, and they don't all have to do with Saunders. That they just need to get fixed somehow. And I'm not sure how to go about that or whether it's going to happen or not. But that's the first big hurdle. They got to get past that before they really, can turn the whole thing around, I believe.
Okay, Ed. Well, hey, thanks very much for joining us today.
Absolutely.
Okay.
See you later.
All right. Thanks. And we will be joining Ed Gottwalls again at halftime for all the first half statistics. And Ed mentioned all the things surrounding the Chambersburg program. Last night on Chalk Talk, Lizzie Arbogast and Ed Gottwalls also joined us. And we discussed that quite a bit. So that's on midpenbroadcasting.com. The Chalk Talk archive is linked right on the home page on the midpenbroadcasting.com site. Just a few minutes away from kickoff, and we'll be back after these messages on the F&M Trust, a sports network on midpenbroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Hey, insurance companies that want to spend $1 gazillion on funny TV ads can go right ahead, as long as it's not my money paying for it. For seriously good auto, home, business, or life insurance, I go to Erie Insurance. where a great price is just the start. You get unbelievable service, independent agents you can really trust, and superior products. But don't just take it from me. Talk to your local Erie agent.
Call Antrim Insurance. In Greencastle, call 593-0500. In Waynesboro, call 762-4565.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local Waste Management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized terrain dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name, serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
You're listening to Trojans Football with Gary Klein and Mike Berger on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
And on your screen, you see the coin toss taking place at midfield here tonight, just a few moments away from the start of the game. The Chambersburg Trojans and the Cumberland Valley Eagles.
Appears Trojans are going to kick off and defend the south goal. Cumberland Valley to receive and start from the north end of the field.
And tonight's pregame show has been brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent, serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, 1685 East Main Street, Waynesboro. Football weather tonight here in Chambersburg, a little cooler, Gary. 52 degrees.
Yes, that is. Yes.
Temperature.
Yes, the crew's trying to get the inflatable Trojan off the field here to start the game there. That's in the north end of the field there. I think they'll succeed with that. But it's football weather, low 50s, and could be dropping into the 40s before the game is over. We hope that you're enjoying the game. You're probably in the warmth of your house there watching the computer. So you have a great game. We hope the Trojans will have a great game tonight also. Hey, kicking off tonight for Chambersburg, number 19, Nazir Taylor. How's he been doing this year, Gary?
Nazir has been outstanding for the Chambersburg Trojans this season. In fact, he is the Trojans' leading scorer on the year, which may not say much for your offense, but Ed and I talked about it. I think there's a bright future ahead for this freshman, Nazir Taylor. And it's going to be Connor Long and Austin Bush, the deep men for the Cumberland Valley Eagles. And here comes the Taylor kick, but it's going to be a short kick taken by the up man and spun out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
1st and 10 for Carlisle. Okay, Carlisle, their quarterback tonight, number 13, Jacob Hunt. And the feature back with over 800 yards, Tim Spinelli. He's closing in on 1,000. I just hope he doesn't pass that mark tonight. So he's a big back for Carlisle. For Cumberland Valley,
Well, Spinelli and the Trojans are going to do everything they can for him to avoid that, picking up the 200 yards that he needs, or the yardage he needs to get to 1,000. But he certainly got a shot at it.
Yeah, the two main defenders for Chambersburg this year with tackles are the linebackers, Holler and Brookins.
And quarterback cut back. He goes to the air, and the pass is complete and into the end zone for a touchdown. First play of the game, Connor Long, touchdown. And after all the talk about Cumberland Valley not throwing the ball, what happens the first play?
Ed was saying that, hey, if we play key too much on the run, maybe they'll go with the pass. 68-yard touchdown to Connor Long with 11:45 left in the first quarter.
And 15 seconds off the clock, and the Eagles also ready with a 6-0 lead. And speaking of Connor Long, he'll be in to attempt the extra point to try to make it 7-0 Cumberland Valley. And the snap, the kick is down, it's up, it's good. And there's a break in the action. 11:45 to go, first quarter. Cumberland Valley 7, Chambersburg nothing on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
It's home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school football every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Seconds into the ball game, Cumberland Valley strikes early. First play of the ball game, 68-yard touchdown. 68, Gary?
That is correct.
68-yard touchdown pass. And wow, it's already 7-0.
Chambersburg had two defenders trailing the play, but that's what it was. They were trailing the play.
And Long was in front of them.
And he was a receiver on their kickoff team. He made that long touchdown catch, and now he's the kicker on the kickoff team here for Cumberland Valley.
So far the Connor Long show tonight for the Cumberland Valley Eagles. And here comes the kick. Low line drive takes a bounce, and it's going to go into the end zone. And the Trojans will come out 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line to start offensively tonight.
Well, Chambersburg, they've been averaging about 10, 11 points a game. I just hope tonight we don't hear that third down call too much. They have had too many third downs that have not been successful.
So Trojans all ready to go, already trailing in this one by a score of 7-0.
We have Leedy in tonight for quarterback, Gary.
Yeah, Leedy's in motion, Darius Johnson. And Johnson with the handoff looks for a hole around the right side and is going to pick up maybe 2 yards on the play. We'll see where the spot of the football comes. But it'll be a second down for the Trojans. They're calling it a second down and 9.
Yeah, he's strung out along that right-hand side of the Trojan line there and just could not find the slot to break through to pick up more positive yardage on the play.
So Trojans move right to left across your computer screen tonight. And motion coming to the right now for the Trojans. And going back is Leedy. Leedy pumps, he throws, he has it off and has it complete up to the 25-yard line, short gainer. And that will bring up a third down and 5 yards to go for the Trojans. Just a pickup of a few.
The pass game for Chambersburg this year is composed mostly of short passes. I don't know if they've had any long gainers or not this year. It's just short passes. And another problem is the quarterbacks have been getting sacked quite a bit this year.
Not much protection. And the Trojans trying to keep the drive alive, and that's Darius Johnson in motion to the far side. And back, Leedy is up. Leedy has it complete, And this is going to be a Trojan first down over the 35 to the 36-yard line. Carter Edmondson on the receiving end for the Chambersburg Trojans. So a nice third down play.
Nice catch and run. He was in the flat there and kept moving upfield. He was going north-south instead of east-west. So first and 10 for Chambersburg. Ball in their own 37.
Just underway here with 9:58 to go. It is a 7-0 Cumberland Valley lead. And this time,
was it a fumble under center there, Gary?
If it was, I believe the Trojans did indeed recover. And yeah, looks like
second and 10 for Chambersburg.
Yeah, it looks like it was, but the Trojans jumped right on it. Ball is at the 37-yard line. And this is Leedy again. Leedy will hand the football off and getting up to about the 40-yard line.
That was a quick hitter in the play there, and they broke through for about, 3 yards on the play.
And I believe it was Darius Johnson.
Now that Cumberland Valley defense so far this year, they've got 18 sacks, 9 interception, and 5 fumble recoveries. So they are quite a defensive team. Looks like a big defensive line there for them.
So another third down play. Trojans have converted 1 third down tonight. They did it on 3rd down and 5. They need another one now, 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. And Leedy is back. Leedy going and looking for a receiver in Eagle territory at the 45, and it falls incomplete.
You overthrew the receiver at about the 40-yard line and brings up 4th down for Chambersburg. We have Taylor back to kick again. He's been doing both kicking duties, punting and place kicking this year for the Trojans.
And Clay Myers was the intended receiver on that. And here comes the kick, high end over end kick taken by the Eagles with a diving catch at about the 37-yard line. That's Connor Long.
I've heard that name a couple times tonight.
And we'll probably hear it a few more before the night's over, Gary.
Not a long kick, maybe 20, 25 yards, and it was almost blocked, but they did get the kick off, and that's a positive. Last week, one of the kicks was either fumbled or blocked by Carlisle, which, again, the special teams breakdown for Chambersburg.
And Michael Zimmerman is flanked wide to the right. And now motion coming to the right, and Hunt, the quarterback, will hand it off, and that's Spinelli. And he gets very little yardage, a couple of yards on the play.
Looks like Brookins and Holler, the 2 leading tacklers for Chambersburg, making the play there. They've done that all year long, and that may continue tonight.
Jake Hunt, the quarterback, 35 of 72 on the year. And the Eagles do not throw the ball that often. 35 of 72, 445 yards, 2 touchdowns. And he has thrown 3 interceptions on the season. And Hunt directly under center. And couple of backs in the backfield behind him, and there is the handoff going out around the left, finding a hole 50 down the sideline into Trojan territory to the 45-yard line is Tim Spinelli again.
Yes, big pickup on the play for Cumberland Valley. He outraced the edge. He cut that corner and picked up a huge gain there. First down for Carlisle in Trojan territory. Ball on the Trojan 44-yard line.
7:33 time remaining in the first quarter here at Chambersburg. And looking across the way, Gary, certainly one of the smaller turnouts of the season here tonight.
But the band showed up. We have a great Chambersburg band.
And again, this will be motion coming to the left and handing it off and breaking around the left side to the 35-yard line.
He made the corner, then made positive yardage. It's a short down for first down, for second and short here.
River Young on the carry.
Carlisle. I've said that twice tonight.
Yeah.
I got Carlisle in my mind here. Cumberland Valley, about 75% of their offense this year has been rushing, about 25% passing. But they opened up with a big pass, and that may open up things for their offense.
And again, the handoff and spinning for yards is Spinelli.
He does pick up the first down.
It is a first down. Speaking of Carlisle, Gary, they do have a big ball game tonight with Harrisburg. They're currently ranked at number 16 in the District 3 PIAA. A lot of ramifications on that. Waynesboro ranked at number 19 in Quad A. Need a little bit of help from a few places if they are to make it.
Is it the top 16 or top 20 that get into the playoffs?
It is top 16.
Yes.
It's 16-team format. There's the handoff again, and Spinelli is going to be brought down by the Trojans.
Gets stood up by number 40, Mitch Holler.
And Mitch Holler has had just an outstanding season for Chambersburg, Gary.
Yes. In on a lot of plays. It'd be nice to see some of the defensive linemen accumulating more tackles, but maybe they're holding the line, and both Holler and Brookins are making a lot of the tackles this year for Chambersburg.
So it's second down and 9 yards to go for the Eagles. And quarterback will hand it off, working around the left, breaking through a couple of tackles for the Eagles. That is Cole Klein.
He made the left edge and just pushed forward, and is that another first down for Cumberland Valley?
It is a first down inside the 20-yard line at about the 18-yard line. 5 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Regular season finale for both the Trojans and the Eagles. And quarterback will hand it off. That's Connor Long breaking through some tackles and down near the goal line. I may stand corrected. I thought it was Long, and it is Connor Long. It was Long on the carry.
Cumberland Valley very efficient tonight with both their passing game and their running game.
So it's going to be a first and goal for the Eagles, and the ball at the Trojan 1-yard line. Cumberland Valley has already built a 7-0 advantage in this ball game. Knocking on the door here.
Yeah, they're trying to play with just 10 players there. They did get their 11th on the field now.
And now the Eagles go to work again. The handoff and getting into the end zone. That is a touchdown, I think. Did we get a signal? Touchdown for the Eagles.
I am looking.
And I haven't seen the signal yet there. So apparently not. No, it was short.
Trojan stop. Maybe they stopped that number 40, that Klein character.
Yes.
Yes. I've been noticing Spinelli. He's crouched really low in his stance there as a running back. Defenders may have a tough time picking him up.
And the handoff again, this time around the left side, and he's in this time. Number 40 on the carry, Cole Klein. Gets in around the left side for the Cumberland Valley Eagles. And coverage from the Trojans by Joshua Honard.
Just a little too late there. Cumberland Valley scores.
And the Eagles run their lead to 13-0 with 4:21 remaining to be played here in the first quarter tonight at Trojan Stadium.
Okay, Chambersburg falling behind.
And the kick will come from the 40-yard line. Cumberland Valley in second place, 5-1 in the league, 7-2 overall. They're behind CD East, who is 6-0 in the league and 8-1 overall. And that one loss for the Eagles came at the hands of the Central Dauphin East Panthers by a score of 28-0. And the Eagles still have a shot of the share of the Commonwealth crown if Central Dauphin can defeat CD East tonight at Landis Field.
Now, did I miss? I have this post in front of me. Maybe they just ran in the extra point.
It was a kick, Gary,
Oh,
and there's a kick that is into the end zone and will be brought out to the 20-yard line.
Okay, I'm fighting a post here in the door and a light, and but anyway, Trojans are trailing 14-0 at the 4:21 mark of the first quarter. Let's go Trojans. Let's see some offense here.
And you would like to see that from Chambersburg.
Cumberland Valley playing a very tight defense there. I don't know if you may have fake into the line and a long pass. I wonder if that's in the Chambersburg playbook tonight.
Well, Mark Saunders mentioned flea flicker, and there is the handoff and getting brought down right around the line of scrimmage on the carry for Chambersburg is Darius Johnson.
I did turn that one bothersome light out, so maybe I'll be able to see a little bit better here.
Flea flicker was mentioned, Hail Mary, so we'll see how it develops. But shoot, what do you have to lose?
You can work on some of the trick plays, but next year they're just going to have to develop a solid offense, solid defense, be competitive. Their division is very tough.
And quarterback back in trouble. And now going to carry it himself, and he's going to have yardage up over the 20 to about the 21-yard line. And yes, you mentioned it with the conference, Gary, and that just makes the task all that much harder when you're going week in and week out against teams like Cumberland Valley, Central Dauphin, CD East, Harrisburg, and Carlisle has improved now. And it makes the task very tough when you're
a lot of good teams, and you want to be competitive, and you're going to have to show you can play.
And this empty backfield for Chambersburg, and the pass is up and incomplete. It was intended for number 84, Sam Blevins, and almost intercepted then.
That was a long cross-field pass, and it was hanging up there a long time. It got knocked down. So let's see if our kicker Taylor can put his foot in the ball here, get a good punt off.
And of course, this Eagle program, one of the elite programs in the state of Pennsylvania, just consistently outstanding teams. And that went straight up in the air, not a real good kick. And it's going to bounce at about the 44-yard line. And that's where the Eagles will take over again in good field position on their half of the field with 2:50 to go in the first quarter. And they have scored both times they have the football, and they lead the Chambersburg Trojans by a score of 14-0 as they get ready to go to work offensively here.
Short 22-yard punt there, and Cumberland Valley takes over in Trojan territory. Short field for a good team.
And here is the handoff and getting up over the 45 to the 44-yard line.
This Spinelli with the carrying the play. He's the workhorse of their team.
He has. Had the bulk of the carries. They've had many players in the backfield, but Spinelli has he's averaging 16 points, Spinelli and quarterback back. He's off, and it is incomplete off the fingertips of number 42 for the
That'd
Eagles.
Be Spinelli again out of the backfield.
And Spinelli does come out of the backfield quite often. He has 818 yards on 178 attempts coming in and 15 touchdowns rushing. And on the receiving end of it, he's got 3 for 49 yards, an average of 16.3 on the season.
Spinelli, he's been down in that fullback stance rather than the halfback stance most of the game here. Talking about 3-point stance.
And back it up from a quarterback, and the pass is incomplete at the 20-yard line. Some good coverage there from the Trojans to break that up.
Yeah, it was broken up about the 10-yard line there. Nice coverage by Chambersburg. Nice soft pass by the Cumberland Valley quarterback, Hunt there. He throws a good ball.
And it was Sam Blevins on the coverage for Chambersburg.
Was there a flag on the play? Well, it may be declined. It's fourth and 9.
Fourth down, 9 yards to go. And the Eagles are going to punt the football away. So Cumberland Valley punting.
They've got their line spread out here, and they go into a tighter formation.
And that's Connor Long standing all alone, and he gets off a kick that is going to be taken by the Trojans and down at about the 13-yard line.
Number 42, Beisel was, he almost had himself a blocked punt there, but he didn't, but he put a nice rush on the punter, Cumberland Valley punter.
This broadcast is brought to you by F&M Trust. It's home equity season at F&M Trust. A great time to rake in big savings with some of the best interest rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. Learn more at fmtrustonline.com. Member FDIC.
Chambersburg deep in their own territory on the 12-yard line.
And they will hand the football off and getting up to about the 15. I believe Darius Johnson on the carry. And it is a second down and 10 yards to go for the Trojans. And it was Johnson who carried the football. Trojans would like to get out of the hole here. They're stuck on the 12-yard line. And time running down in the first quarter. Minute 15 seconds remaining to be played here at Chambersburg.
One first down so far for Chambersburg.
And Leedy is back. He's got it in the air. He has it off, and it is incomplete at the 21-yard line. In and out of the hands of the intended Trojan receiver there, which
that would have been close to a first down had they made the reception.
Very close to first down yardage on the third down and 10. And Trojans now need a play to keep the drive going, or they'll be turning the ball back to the Cumberland Valley Eagles as motion coming to the right for the Trojans. And this is Leedy, and he is hit as he attempts to throw, and the pass is incomplete.
Or are they calling it a live ball and a fumble?
Or is it a live ball? Now that's going to be a matter of whether his arm was in motion or not, and it is a live ball recovered by the Cumberland Valley Eagles.
My goodness, there. A good rush. I said earlier, Cumberland Valley had 18 sacks. I guess they'll give them a sack. The ball is, on what about the Chambersburg 1-yard line?
It'll probably be a fumble from Leedy. And now, it almost looked he was back to throw, but the Cumberland Valley defense came in, knocked it out of his hands, and they called it a live football. Now the Eagles on the verge of scoring again. And in fact, they do. And that'll run the score to 20-0 in favor of Cumberland Valley.
1-yard run, and Chambersburg finds himself down by 3 scores.
And that was the quarterback keeper. And it's Long in to try to tack on point number 21 here with 55 seconds to go first quarter. And his kick is up and good. It's 21-0. Cumberland Valley leads it this time on a turnover. And the Eagles building up that big lead already that we expected, leading at 21-0. And around the Mid-Penn Commonwealth tonight, we mentioned Harrisburg at Carlisle. CD East is also at Cumberland Valley. And a big ball game up in District 6, Mifflin County and State College going at it tonight. In the Colonial Division, some really big games, Greencastle and Shippensburg. And we'll try to get you some scores on these games. Also, we have Big Spring at Waynesboro. Both Greencastle and Waynesboro need to win tonight to try to keep their seasons alive into District 3. And we also have James Buchanan traveling to Susquehanna Township tonight.
Hey, nice story coming out of Waynesboro earlier this week. I believe with the JV team. We'll get a chance to talk about that shortly. But nice story we have to report to the listeners.
And this is Connor Long to kick it off. And it is a high end-over-end kick taken near the goal line. And the Trojans breaking a couple of tackles and a nice return out to about the 32-yard line on the return from Darius Johnson.
Yeah, one of the Cumberland Valley defenders there just got a handful of shirt to slow him down. Otherwise, he was had 6 points on his mind there. But the tackle was made. Chambersburg go pretty good field position on their own 33, 34-yard line with 46 seconds left in the first quarter.
And quarterback back, and he'll hand the football off, and Johnson wiggles, tries to find some room, and loses the football. The Eagles pick it up and take it in for the touchdown, and the rout is on here in Chambersburg in the first quarter. Another Trojan turnover, and 7 more for the Cumberland Valley Eagles. Johnson had the ball stripped, and it was picked up by none other than Connor Long, who is in the scoring column again.
We'll call that a 35-yard fumble recovery by Long.
And it's 27-0 with 34 seconds to go.
One of the Trojans down on the field, Gary.
In the first quarter, and they are tending, and I can't see from this point who it is, at the 30-yard line. So there will be a break while they...
Okay, let me tell you, Gary, about the Waynesboro story. It was up at James Buchanan. I believe it was a JV game. Waynesboro had an autistic player who's been practicing with the team all year. Really gave him purpose. And late in the game, I believe could have been a runaway, but they put the autistic player in the game, and he scored on a run around right end, and just made his day, made his year. Fans from both sides were cheering loudly, and just a nice story in the Waynesboro JV game.
It is, and it's a memory that'll last for a lifetime.
Yes.
Yeah, it is, and that is great, and the cooperation from JB was an incredibly nice gesture.
Yeah, it's not always about winning and losing. It's learning to be a good person, learning good principles, and honoring your fellow man, fellow person. So just a nice football story for the year.
And the down Trojan, I believe, is Clay Myers, number 83. And he is getting up and being assisted off the field. So, yes, it's number 83, and hopefully, and a good sign, able to walk off the field. And
yeah, we want to try to avoid injuries and just stay healthy, stay on our feet. But injuries are part of the game. And that's why we have all the padding and protection. But still, sometimes they do occur. Long in for the PAT.
So here it is from Connor Long. The snap, the kick is up. It is 28-0 in favor of the Cumberland Valley Eagles. And
that's 2 touchdowns within 20 seconds. That happened last week against Carlisle. Turnover and the special teams. I believe the same Carlisle player scored twice within 5 seconds.
Well, Shippensburg leads Greencastle 14-7. It looks like Shippensburg is going to throw the ball tonight, taking the cue from Waynesboro last week. And they're out in front of the Blue Devils 14-7. Waynesboro doing their part. They're a 21-0 lead over Big Spring in the first quarter tonight at Rip Ingalls Stadium in Waynesboro.
We're seeing some great rivalries again this year, aren't we, Gary?
We are. And these rivalries have heated up because now you have James Buchanan with a respectable team, and Waynesboro with a very good team, and Greencastle and Shippensburg, and this thing is getting pretty balanced.
Yes, it is.
And, and we all know for a long time it wasn't that way. And back into the end zone, Darius Johnson with the over-the-shoulder catch. And that'll put it out to the 20-yard line to start it for the Chambersburg Trojans. And again, the turnovers continue to haunt the Trojans, Gary. They have all season.
Coach Saunders was talking about it in the game, in the pregame, that the turnovers, the interceptions, special team breakdowns, just things Chambersburg has to work on to get better, to be more competitive. Cut down on those turnovers and play a solid game, control the ball.
And quarterback will pitch back and trying to break around for a little room and finding it up to about the 25-yard line.
That could be the last play of the first quarter.
And it looks like, well, let's see, they may do another one here. Coming up at halftime, we'll be drawing the winner. And we're going to give Gary the honors, drawing the winner of the 2 tickets plus transportation to the Eagles-Redskins game December 20th at FedEx Field.
That's a wonderful trip. Transportation provided by Klein Tours. 2 tickets, 2 great tickets to the Redskin game. And if you've never been to a pro football game, gosh, this could be a big moment for you. We hope we've had a lot of entries this year, and that there's going to be a winner tonight.
There will be a winner, and we'll know at halftime. Quarter number 1 is history here in Chambersburg. The Eagles 28, Chambersburg Trojans nothing on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Days are shorter now, and South Central PA is showing off her best fall colors. That means home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. Access extra funds for anything you want. Consolidate high-interest bills, keep up with college expenses, or get whatever you need. It's up to you. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit any F&M Trust office or fmtrustonline.com. Restrictions apply. Equal housing lender.
Your home for Franklin County sports. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your
First
face.
play of the second quarter, Trojans ready to go to work. Second down and 6 yards to go. To start here in the second quarter, 28-0 lead for the Cumberland Valley Eagles.
Trojans attempting a sweep to the left, but lost a little bit of yardage on it. Brings up third down for Chambersburg.
So it's 3rd and 8 for the Chambersburg Trojans.
They have to go north-south here instead of this east-west juking in the backfield. You got to make that positive yardage.
And empty backfield, and Leedy puts it up, and the pass is going to be, it's completed. On the tap, it's completed to 40, just shy of the 40-yard line.
17-yard gain for Chambersburg and a first down.
So the Trojans on third down do convert, and On the receiving end for Chambersburg was number 17 for the Trojans, Boaz Pogue, and another Trojan who is having a good season on both sides of the football. And there's the handoff, but not a whole lot doing this time as it is going to fall short.
Yeah, Trojan offense was spread out that time. It looks like they're going the line in a hurry-up offense here for Chambersburg.
And Boaz, one of the few Trojan seniors on the Trojan roster this season.
No huddle offense here for Chambersburg.
And leading the quarterback, passing situation, drops back and throws for the sideline. He's got it complete at the 49-yard line on the far side of the field.
It's going to be close to a first down.
It is indeed very close, and it is a first down, I believe. Yes, second down. I thought
they changed the yard marker there.
They did. Okay, it is first down. And Chambersburg, Sam Blevins, and the carry that time. And
attempted sweep left, little or no gain.
It'll be a second down, 8 yards to go. Gary Klein with Gary Lang. Thanks for joining us on Mid-Penn Broadcasting. And also tonight on Mid-Penn Broadcasting, Game Time PA. And there is the pass off and complete. Getting his bell rung, but picking up a few yards is Darius Johnson.
Nice throw into coverage there, but pick up about 5. 2 Cumberland Valley defenders making the play there.
Greg Hoover, Mike Montadoro in Shippensburg for the Greyhounds and Blue Devils in a huge game for Greencastle. And the pass off, and it is incomplete, overthrown.
Chambersburg had trips to the right and 1 or 2 to the left there, but the ball was overthrown on the left side of the Trojan line. Fourth down. Looks like they're going to be punting.
I would think at this situation, you're 1-8, you're down 28-0. Go for it.
You're in Cumberland Valley territory.
Yeah. Be a good time just to go for it. But Trojans now trying to avert the mercy roll, and that kick is straight up. But it does take a pretty nice Trojan roll down to about the 20-yard line.
Yeah, still only about a 20, 25-yard kick. Kicking game's not up to par tonight for Chambersburg. Ball seems to be going up rather than onward. Let's see if the Chambersburg defense can hold here and get the ball back here before halftime. Cumberland Valley's been very efficient on offense and defense tonight, and the scoreboard shows a 28-0 lead by Cumberland Valley.
And it'll be a 1st and 10. 9 minutes remaining to be played here in the first half. And quarterback will hand the football off and getting over to about the 20-yard line. On the carry, it is number 19, River Young. Loss of a yard, they're calling it. 2nd and 11.
8:40 left in the second quarter.
Cumberland Valley, 4 touchdowns in the first quarter, 2 coming off of turnovers. And we've told that story over and over this season. And the handoff and coming around to the left. See if that's River Young again on the carry.
Blevins on the stop there for Chambersburg. Blevins was holding his ground. Maybe next year he will make the aggressive move forward, but he stood his ground, made a nice tackle.
Pickup of 6 yards. Now 3rd and 5 for the Cumberland Valley Eagles. 3rd and 5. And 1 back behind the quarterback, Hunt. And Hunt back. He goes to the air, has it off, and has it complete. And it's up to the 35-yard line.
Chambersburg defender was off him by a little bit there, and easy pass to complete. Not many passes tonight for Cumberland Valley. They've had an outstanding running game, plus the defense has played well, giving Cumberland Valley Eagles the ball many times in the Chambersburg end of the field.
On the receiving end of that was Cal Toohey, a 6'2 senior. And the handoff and getting knocked out in the backfield at about the 32-yard line, the ball carrier for Cumberland Valley.
Defense reading their keys, breaking through the line, making that stop.
So it'll be a second down and 13 yards to go for the Eagles.
Nice pregame ceremony tonight honoring the Trojan seniors' parents of the cheerleaders, the football players, and I believe band members too.
And it is an emotional night for seniors because, for many of those on the football field, it will be the last game that they'll ever play for organized football. The throw off and incomplete. Some will go to college and move on, but for a lot of the players, this
is their last game.
This is it. It's the end of a time in your life that you will never forget. Playing Friday nights in front of thousands of people.
Yes.
And it's
all those years of practices, and the summertime, the 2 days. They have to put a lot of work into to get here, and hopefully it's made some impact on them. They've learned a few lessons about football and about life.
And quarterback Hunt will throw, and he has it complete up to about the 32-yard line.
Ramsey Snyder was, he had his mind on getting a sack there, but just did not work out. So, hey, we've got a 4th and 13 for Cumberland Valley.
And they will have to punt the football again. The second time tonight, the Trojans have forced a punt.
6 minutes left in the first half.
And the kick coming and drifting back, signaling fair catch is Darius Johnson. And that's where.
That's a 45-yard kick. Nice kick, no return.
And we take it over at the 29-yard line. And Johnson with the fair catch, and that's where the Trojans will start. And football definitely lasts longer than the 10 weeks on the field. Mark Saunders, I know he said one time 42 weeks of work for 10 Friday nights, and there's a penalty on the play that's going to push it back. And that's going to look like a big one, a 15-yarder.
They'll be looking over game film. They'll be talking with the players, talking with the coaches, planning for the off season, planning for next year. Often looking at that game film, we can see what works, what doesn't work, what good plays have come about, what works in the system, and hopefully build from there.
And this is Leedy at quarterback, and he'll hand the football off to Darius Johnson, who's going to be greeted by a host of Cumberland Valley Eagles.
There was no hole there. It was just a pile of players, so you can't go through that pile very easily. Johnson, the leading ball carrier for Chambersburg this year. And we haven't had that big running game or the big passing game yet this year for Chambersburg. They really haven't had an identity on offense.
And Darius, a 5'8", 162-pound junior. So he will be returning pass off up, and it is complete at the 20-yard line.
Pick up about 7 or 8. It looks like a short 1, short 2 here for the first down.
Third down now for the Trojans, and we'll call it 3rd and 2.
You notice that this year they've been throwing a lot to the outside, a lot to the fringes rather than anything over the middle.
That is, and the Trojans have. It's usually been, out to the left or right. And the pass is off and broken up nicely. That was Boaz Pogue, who stepped in front of Connor Long and knocked it down, as Long almost had the interception there.
Yes, it could have gone either way. If the ball was just a little less lead on the ball there, he could have made a reception. So.
And Boaz would have sooner made that play on the defensive side than the offensive side. There's the kick coming, and it's going to be taken. That's Connor Long at the 49. Long is scrambling and is going to be knocked down at the 48-yard line. And that's where the Eagles will go to work.
Good coverage by the kick team there by Chambersburg. Again, another shorter kick there, 26 yards on the punt. 4:16 left in the first half.
It is a rapidly played first half. All the scoring so far coming in the first quarter.
Looks like the Cumberland Valley star there, Connor Long, is ailing on the sidelines there. He's bent over. I'm not sure if it's his wrist or his ribs.
But he is.
Don't see the trainer by him now.
Kicker.
Defender.
Yeah, fullback. And there is the pass off, and it is complete. And on the receiving end for the Cumberland Valley Eagles, that is number 82, Michael Zimmerman.
42 yards on the play. Two big pass plays tonight for Cumberland Valley in this first half. 42-yard play there.
And the Eagles in business. Again. And another touchdown will start the mercy rule clock. And the handoff coming and getting knocked right at the line of scrimmage at the 10-yard line. The ball carrier for Cumberland Valley.
Again, another tough first half for Chambersburg.
It is. It's already a 28-0. Austin Bush on the carry that time for the Eagles.
Second and about, 8 yards here for Cumberland Valley.
It's a quarterback Hunt under center. And Hunt will hand it off, and getting into a flag down. Runner hits the pylon, and I haven't seen the touchdown signal yet, but there was a flag that accompanied that run.
Do we have an official down on the play, too?
Yes, the official also went down, and it looks like he may have just been a little bit short there.
Short of the goal line, maybe enough for the first down.
And Spinelli, the carrier.
He had a good blocking there at the point of attack there, and he had a head of steam and was running towards that corner, the first front corner of the end zone there. No signal on the play yet. They haven't moved the yard marker and or down marker.
It was Spinelli you saw on the screen there, and the injured Eagle player. Not sure. It looks like the penalty is going against Cumberland Valley. So the penalty being marched off against the Eagles. And it's going to move all the way back to the 15-yard line.
Looks like we're going to be short one official.
So it's the official getting attended to there. I believe, was it the official there?
Yes, he's on the bench there, on the LB Water Service bench, sponsored bench here on the visitor side of the field. That's the only bench that's secured the naming rights here on the visitor side.
And, hopefully the official is okay, but sitting there for a while, took a pretty good hit. Incomplete on the pass.
Looked like number 40, on the play for Chambersburg, may have knocked it down.
And Cole Klein, the intended receiver.
Pair number 40s on that play. So we have third and long, 3rd and 14 for Cumberland Valley. and nobody tending the official. Is he a lonely guy down there on the bench or what, Gary?
He's sitting at the end of the bench all alone, so nobody on the bench.
Is there a doctor in the house?
Yeah,
Clock running down with 7 seconds. Will they get this play off, or will they have to call a timeout?
And quarterback hunt back, going to the end zone, and the pass is incomplete.
My goodness, you probably seen it very well on the on your computer screen there, but it was just a nicely thrown ball in the corner of the end zone. Not sure if he didn't catch it or if he's out of the end zone there, but a well-devised play that just got off before the 25-second clock expired.
And as we look at the delay there, it was in and out of the hands, and you could see the frustration there from Cal Toohey, knowing that he should have caught the ball.
I thought that was a 4th down. Apparently it was a 3rd down.
And we're going to get Connor Long in to attempt the extra point, which will be a 32-yarder. And it's from the left hash. The snap is down. The kick is up. It looks good from here. And it's no good?
Yeah.
No good.
Possibly off to the left there. We only had one official under the one upright, so they had to call it from inside the field here. So the field goal attempt was missed, a 32-yard field goal attempt.
And the high snap, and that was it. As we see on the replay, it was wide to the left.
He had a lot of leg on the ball there. Strong leg. So Chambersburg will have 1st and 10. Where are they going to mark the ball here? At the 20?
At the it's going to be at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, I guess we confuse high school and pro rules here occasionally.
Yeah, it is. It's easy to get those mixed up because oftentimes what you see on a Sunday, it doesn't necessarily mean the same thing on a Friday night. And the quarterback will pitch it out. And jumping over, that was a nice move there, jumping over a couple of Cumberland Valley defenders. Was that Darius Johnson?
Shades of Calvin Hill. You remember that name from the past? Dallas Cowboys?
Oh, yes, Dallas Cowboy, Calvin Hill. You would see that from him, yeah. That was a very nice move there. Darius Johnson.
2nd and 2 for Chambersburg.
And motion going to the left for the Trojans. And there is the pitch back and the handoff, but not getting much yardage on the play.
He was trying to pick a hole there.
And it wasn't able to find it. Darius Johnson.
3rd and short here for Chambersburg.
3rd down and just a yard to go.
1:30 left in the first half. And that official still on the bench, and no doctor has come to his aid.
I don't know what if he did not want it or if, but he's sitting there. Nobody around him.
Let's see if he got across the 30-yard line. Yes, they are signaling 1st down Chambersburg with 1:16 left in the first half.
So the Trojans hang on to the football.
That's only about their 3rd or 4th first down there. It looks like they've called a timeout. I see the Trojans going over their sidelines to confer with Coach Saunders. And we'll take a break with 1:16 left in the first half.
And this is the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Hey, insurance companies that want to spend $1 gazillion on funny TV ads can go right ahead, as long as it's not my money paying for it. For seriously good auto, home, business, or life insurance, I go to Erie Insurance, where a great price is just the start. You get unbelievable service, independent agents you can really trust, and superior products. But don't just take it from me. Talk to your local Erie agent.
Call Antrim Insurance. In Greencastle, call 593-0500. In Waynesboro, call 762-4565.
This is Chambersburg Trojans football on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
And that's Hunter Leedy on your screen. Drops back a couple of steps, throws it up, and it was Darius Johnson originally, but
the hook and ladder play.
Yeah. And it did pick up some yardage there for the Chambersburg Trojans.
So he does reach into that playbook there for a semi-trick play. We don't see that hook and ladder too much. Sometimes at the end of the game when teams are trying to make up huge distances.
It was Boaz Pogue. And then to Johnson. Leedy airs it out, going deep and just over the hands of Sam Blevins, standing at the Eagles' 39-yard line.
Josh Ferguson, number 7, defending on the play there. Leedy showed a lot of arm there, but it was just not on target. Trojans in a spread offense here, 3rd and 5 with 40 seconds left in the half.
And again, this is Leedy back, and Leedy going to the air again. He finds Boaz Pogue, and Pogue had the yardage, and it depends now on the spot. He was pushed back, but I think he still may have had enough for that first down. It's going to be all about the spot of the football. And it is first down yardage for the Trojans.
Are we going to see a measurement here?
Or maybe a measurement. I thought
they say no. First down, Chambersburg.
It certainly looked like he had enough. And so the Trojans will get that first down. Trailing in the ball game by a score of 28-0. 30 seconds remaining in the half. Halftime coming up. We'll be talking with Ed Gottwals. And also we'll be announcing the winner of the 2 tickets to the Eagles-Redskins game on December 20th.
It looks like an injured Cumberland Valley player there, down about the 50-yard line.
And we've seen that all too frequently tonight with down players and officials.
Yes. That official's looking lonely on the end of the bench there, isn't he, Gary?
Yes. He's sat down, no attention whatsoever.
They don't have a heater there, one of those heaters.
Yeah.
Is that Connor Long injured again?
That's the second time tonight for him.
He's ambled off the field. He's been the impact player of the game, but he's been nicked a couple times here. Let's see if Chambersburg has a 60-yard play in their playbook.
And this is Leedy back, and boy, is his bell rung as he throws it. The pass is incomplete. No flag on the play.
He just did get it off and then was hit with a crushing tackle by, was that 64 for Cumberland Valley? 64, Matt McCann.
So it's second down, 10 yards to go. And Darius Johnson is back, has it off and complete up to about the 41-yard line.
Short gain on the play. Does Chambersburg have another timeout or not?
Apparently not. And this is Leedy back again, up, and the pass is complete, stepping out of bounds at the Eagles' 49-yard line.
With 1.1 seconds left on the scoreboard there.
That was Blevins.
Another first down for Chambersburg. They've had about 5 or 6 first downs in this first half.
They have moved the ball. And here in the second quarter, there's been no score.
Yes.
All 28 in the first, Gary. And the quarterback throws it long. It is incomplete. Boaz Pogue, the intended receiver. And that's the way half number 1 comes to an end tonight here in Chambersburg. With the score, Cumberland Valley 28, Chambersburg nothing. This is the F&M Trust, a sports network on midpenbroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Days are shorter now, and South Central PA is showing off her best fall colors. That means home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. Access extra funds for anything you want. Consolidate high-interest bills, keep up with college expenses, or get whatever you need. It's up to you. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit any F&M Trust office or fmtrustonline.com. Restrictions apply. Equal housing lender.
Football season is here, and Klein Tours has your ticket and bus transportation to NFL action. We have trips to all Baltimore Ravens home games. Join Klein Tours as we travel to Miami to watch the Ravens play the Dolphins December 6th through 9th. We have your ticket and transportation to see the Washington Redskins. Trips to New York City, Atlantic City, multi-day tours, and more. Klein Tours, the Tri-State's #1 tour and travel agency. Visit us online at kleintours.com or phone 717-597-5997.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local waste management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
Every day, Fast Signs helps businesses like yours with their visual communications. We ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and help you build your business. Our knowledgeable consultants uncover your communication challenges and provide visible solutions. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers. We're more than fast, more than signs, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Visit www.fastsigns.com or visit us at our Greencastle and York locations.
Chalk Talk, the only program dedicated exclusively to Franklin County High School football, is on midpennbroadcasting.com. Join Gary Klein and Mike Montadoro every Thursday night at 7:30, streaming live from John Allison Public House, 401 East Baltimore Street in Greencastle. We preview each week's upcoming games and talk with the players, coaches, and reporters. You're invited to join the conversation. Email us your questions and comments during the show. Chalk Talk on midpennbroadcasting.com.
This is Chambersburg Trojans football on midpennbroadcasting.com.
Tonight's halftime show is brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent serving Greencastle, Wadesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, and 1685 East Main Street in Wadesboro. Cumberland Valley scoring 28 unanswered points in the first quarter of the ball game tonight, and they've made it stand up here with a 28-0 lead at the half.
Well, let's see how they've done that, Gary. It's very unusual here. First, they had a 68-yard touchdown pass on the game's first play. Later in the first quarter, they had a 35-yard fumble return for a touchdown. And then they had a 1-yard drive after a Chambersburg fumble. So it's kind of unusual that Chambersburg may have had more offense in Cumberland Valley. They really only had one drive. So its scoreboard is very lopsided at 28-0. And gosh, I don't know what to say other than that. Just some unusual plays, Gary.
It was some unusual plays, a couple of turnovers, one of them coming at about the 1-yard line for Chambersburg. And again, those turnovers have hurt the Trojans as they have all season, and they do again tonight. And taking a look at some scores from around the area, it is a 21-14 lead for Shippensburg over Greencastle. That's still in the first half. Greencastle just went for it, 4th and 1 at midfield, but made it. And they game that they desperately need. and they're down 21-14 to a Shippensburg team who probably hasn't scored 21 points in the last 3 or 4 weeks. And tonight, I think it appears from all the reports they're opening it up and spreading the field.
They've got a good quarterback there, Gustafson, for Shippensburg. He's played well this year.
Yes, he has. And tonight, they're giving the Blue Devils all they can handle. And it is Waynesboro leading Big Spring by a score of 41-0, still with 7 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in the second quarter. So the Indians tonight really turning it on at home and hopes of getting into that final playoff slot in the Quad A division, which is going to be extremely hard for them to do. Waynesboro currently ranked in those playoffs in the Quad A at number 19. It was Southwestern, Central York, Carlisle ahead of them, and they all have 4-5 records. And Waynesboro could possibly go 6-4 with the win, but then we'll just have to wait to see how things shake out. On the other side, the Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils ranked at number 18 with Donegal and Lancaster Catholic ahead of them. Again, Lancaster Catholic with a losing record, but still ahead of the 6-3 Blue Devils. And what has hurt the Blue Devils tremendously is the winning percentage of the opponents in which they have beaten. They only have a .364 win percentage, the worst in District 3. The entire District 3. So the Blue Devils,
they've had an easy schedule, I guess.
They have had an easy schedule. There is no doubt about it. And there is not one team that's even close to that 364 mark that the Blue Devils have with their games in which the teams they beat overall winning percentage.
It's nice to have a record like that, but you've got to be quality teams to get into the playoffs.
And that is just it. And that is what Greencastle has not done this year. And now they're hoping to sneak in on the number 16 slot. But the reward for that's going up against Bishop McDevitt.
Okay.
Yeah. And on the other side of the coin, Waynesboro in the Quad A, should they sneak in, most likely that game's going to come against Wilson, 2 undefeated teams.
Well, one of the things, if you're going to go to the championship, you've got to beat the best. Whether it's in the first round, second round, third round.
And and that is it. Sooner or later, you're going to have to beat them. So, and Franklin County teams, as we all know, have not fared well in District 3 playoffs historically. And this Commonwealth division, as we head to the District 3 playoffs, every District 3 team in the Commonwealth, with the exception of Chambersburg, is at least alive going into the final week of this season. And over in District 6, it is State College at 3-6 and Mifflin County at 1-8, but they're both going to the District 6 playoffs. Everybody goes. In fact, it looks with the schedule, they had to move a team over from District 9 just to have 4 to play the playoffs. So it could be that, Carlisle with a win very likely could go into the playoffs. Harrisburg sitting pretty good. Both Central Dauphin, Cumberland Valley in good shape, and of course CD East with that high seed. So some very high seeds there. And
not a lot of teams up in the north central there.
No, not at all.
A lot of deer. The hunters like that region. But
yeah. Football is not the thing. Yeah, well, it's a very small rural area,
yes.
So it's it's very few Quad A schools in that area. When we come back, we'll try to hook up with Ed Gottwalls to talk about the first half, and we'll also be announcing the winner of those 2 tickets and bus transportation to the Eagles-Redskins game on December the 20th. This is the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Days are shorter now, and South Central PA is showing off her best fall colors. That means home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. Access extra funds for anything you want. Consolidate high-interest bills, keep up with college expenses, or get whatever you need. It's up to you. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit any F&M Trust office or fmtrustonline.com. Restrictions apply. Equal housing lender.
When you're ready to break away from the routine and step into a hassle-free world of fun and adventure, Klein Tours is the partner you need to make fantasy a reality. For more than 20 years, Klein Tours Incorporated has taken care of all the details for people traveling from the four-state region of South Central Pennsylvania, Western Maryland, the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia, and Winchester, Virginia area. Whether you're looking for a 1- or 2-day tour to the bright lights of New York City or the fun and excitement of Atlantic City, we've got you covered. And we offer special bonus packages so you can get more for your hard-earned dollar. Klein Tours is not only your source for major sports events and tickets to Broadway shows, we also offer multi-day air trips to destinations like Las Vegas and New Orleans. Subscribe to our newsletter for travel updates, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. Our online travel center features real-time availability and purchasing is easy. Tours can also be reserved by phone at 717-597-5997.
Chalk Talk, the only program dedicated exclusively to Franklin County High School football, is on midpennbroadcasting.com. Join Gary Klein and Mike Montadoro every Thursday night at 7:30, streaming live from John Allison Public House, 401 East Baltimore Street in Greencastle. We preview each week's upcoming games and talk with the players, coaches, and reporters. You're invited to join the conversation. Email us your questions and comments during the show. Chalk Talk on midpennbroadcasting.com.
Live and local. This is midpennbroadcasting.com.
No, I'm calling his own.
We are at halftime at Trojan Stadium. Cumberland Valley leading Chambersburg by a score of 28-0. They had a nice halftime performance by the Cumberland Valley Band. And, it's kind of a quiet crowd here tonight for Chambersburg. Painful game. Unusual scoring, but, hey, that sometimes happens. Very shortly, we'll have the drawing, see who won the trip to see the Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles later in the season. This is Gary Lang with Gary Klein at the game tonight. Mike Berger is on assignment taking his son Derek trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
Or maybe it could be Mike trick-or-treating.
Yeah, it could be. And Gary, we're being joined by Ed Gottwals. And Ed, a slow start in the first half again for Chambersburg, giving up 28 points and 2 touchdowns on turnovers.
Yes, it was. I guess the other way you can look at it is they had a good second quarter. They didn't give up any points.
Yes, it was. The second quarter, they did. And the Trojans have moved the ball at occasions, at least in, small portions of the field tonight.
Well, their starting position has been awful. They've had 7 possessions, and they've started on 20, 12, 33, 20, 14, and 16. That's an average starting position of 18 of their own 18. So that's been a big factor too.
Yeah, that's a long field ahead of them, and Cumberland Valley doing what Cumberland Valley does. A little surprised though, Ed, at that first play of the ball game for Cumberland Valley.
Yeah, remember I said in the pregame about the play action pass?
Yeah, that's it. We saw it right away, Ed.
Yeah, didn't take long to pull that out, did it?
No, we didn't even get time to get settled, and Cumberland Valley was on the board. And how does it look statistically here?
Well, not as lopsided as you think, but Cumberland Valley has 7 first downs. Chambersburg has 5. Rushing Cumberland Valley 15 for 65. Chambersburg Here's the bad one: 17 carries for 12 yards. That's what really hurts. Passing CV is 4 out of 9, no interceptions for 111. Chambersburg 10 out of 18, no interceptions for 75. So the total yardage is 176 for Cumberland Valley and 87 for Chambersburg. Of course, Cumberland Valley only had to travel a short way for 2 of those touchdowns. So
yeah, it was very short on 2 of the 4 touchdowns. But and I think the telling story there is you mentioned the 12 yards on 17 carries for Chambersburg. So,
yeah, yep.
Okay, Ed. Yeah. Thanks a lot for joining us here at the half. All right.
Yep, no problem.
Thanks, Ed.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
And that's Ed Godwalls, sports editor of the Public Opinion and GameTimePA.com. And Gary, here before we start the second half, we're going to let you reach in here and draw our winner of 2 tickets to the Redskins-Eagles game.
Well, we thank all our entrants. We thank all our listeners and viewers all year long. And this trip is brought to us by Klein Travel.
Yes, by Klein Tours.
Yes.
Yeah. Ticket and bus transportation. Could be a huge ball game coming up. We'll find out. It's on Saturday, a little different. Saturday, December the 20th.
Okay.
And we draw 1, and the winner is Robert Malott of Greencastle, Pennsylvania. Robert Malott of Greencastle. Congratulations.
And he lives on Klein Drive. How appropriate, Gary.
9025 Klein Drive of Greencastle.
Well, congratulations, Robert Malott. We'll be calling you or emailing you, let you know. If you're listening tonight, hey, thanks for joining us each week on Mid-Penn Broadcasting.
And so congratulations to Robert Malott. And second half kickoff is closing in. And we will be back with that second half after these messages on the F&M Trust, the sports network, on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Hey, insurance companies that want to spend $1 gazillion on funny TV ads can go right ahead, as long as it's not my money paying for it. For seriously good auto, home, business, or life insurance, I go to Erie Insurance, where a great price is just the start. You get unbelievable service, independent agents you can really trust, and superior products. But don't just take it from me. Talk to your local Erie agent.
Call Antrim Insurance. In Greencastle, call 593-0500. In Waynesboro, call 762-4565.
It's home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Terrain dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
Streaming live with over 70 local sporting events a year, this is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago.
At the half, Valley with the 28-0 lead over the Chambersburg Trojans. Also at the half, Waynesboro leads Big Spring 47-0, and Greencastle and Shippensburg tied at 21 at halftime tonight.
Some exciting scores there, Gary.
There is. And boy, the Greencastle Shippensburg game could go down to the wire. Shippensburg showing some offense tonight. And speaking of offense, the Waynesboro Indians are absolutely lighting it up. It's quite a show in Waynesboro with 47 points on the board at halftime. The Indians playing their best football of the season, and certainly would like to find them a way to sneak into the playoffs. And there's the kick taken at about the 4-yard line, and getting spun down at that spot is Johnson for Chambersburg.
I think the deep man for Chambersburg was hoping that ball would get into the end zone for a touchback, but it settled down on about the 1, 2, 3-yard line there, and he did not have much of a chance at return.
And also at the half, Carlisle is leading Harrisburg by a score of 13-0 in Carlisle. And Greencastle scored on the keeper by Spencer Myers late in the second quarter, and that tied that ball game at 21-21.
Interesting game.
And here in Chambersburg, the Trojans pitched a shutout in the second quarter, but allowed 28 points in the first quarter. And
they started on their own 3-yard line. Sounds as if Mitch Holler was the ball carrier, number 40. He's been playing primarily on defense, but he's had some offensive plays this year. He's been a fullback or halfback several times this year, so he's seeing some action in the backfield.
And it'll be a second down, 8 yards to go. And quarterback under center, back throws, and it is incomplete. And I believe an Eagle got a hand on that. It looked like
maybe on the ball, maybe on his hand there, but it just floated gently to the ground about the 10-yard line. So Chambersburg deep in their own territory to start the second half.
Well, as Ed mentioned, that's been the case pretty much. Our average start point was the 18-yard line, so they've had a big field in front of them all night.
Opportunities for big plays, but they just haven't happened yet. So let's see what's in the playbook going here on this third and 8.
Third down and 8 yards to go. In the end zone, quarterback throws, has it off and complete. And up the sideline, and there's a big gainer up to about the 29-yard line on the play. As the Trojans backed up in their own end zone, get out of trouble and then some.
Two Cumberland Valley players pursuing the quarterback, and the quarterback Leedy threaded the pass, and the receiver worked the left sideline there and up to about the 27-yard line.
And that was Mitch Holler on the reception. Mitch Holler on the reception for the Chambersburg Trojans. And the pitchback, this is Johnson. Again, Johnson around to the left and up over the 30 to the 31-yard line.
Looks like he made the corner there, picked up a few yards on the play. Maybe about 2 yards on the play here. Second and 8 or 9.
Trojans had scored just 95 points in 9 games coming in tonight. Just a little over 10 points a game.
The Trojan band on the far side of the field, they are getting the...
and going Trojan deep, Boaz Pogue makes the catch in Cumberland Valley territory at the 48. A little grabbing there. I thought maybe we'd see a flag, but
he had some position there. That's another gain of about 24, 25 yards. There's 2 big plays for Chambersburg. Pogue positioned himself, shielded the ball from the defender, and made the play. Nice catch by Pogue. Another first down, 2 first downs here to start this Trojan drive.
That's Boaz Pogue to the near side of your screen for Chambersburg. And there's a handoff, and Holler is busting through and gets up to about the 35-yard line.
It looks like another first down for Chambersburg. Holler playing on both sides of the ball tonight, and maybe he's a weapon we missed earlier in the year.
And Holler, we've seen occasionally this year. I know he's been out for a few, out as a receiver and a couple of runs, but not a whole lot. But he certainly has been on plays of, both the pass and the run there, picked up the sizable real estate. And that's a handoff, and it's up to the 35-yard line.
That defender had burst through the line and, got the ball carrier in his tracks.
Mitch Holler was 6 attempts for 6 yards and a touchdown on the season for Chambersburg. And
he made a nice catch there, nice run.
He's taught one touchdown pass, yeah. And a whistle right before the snap.
We have not seen very many penalties tonight. It's been a clean, well-played game.
It has, and been very few. This one is going to get marched off against the Chambersburg Trojans. And this broadcast is brought to you by the investment and trust experts at F&M Trust. Point your future in the right direction with a smarter retirement planning from F&M Trust. And the quarterback leading goes back, rolling right, and under pressure gets it off, and it is complete. It is Boaz Pogue on the receiving end at the 25-yard line.
Another first down, Chambersburg. Big play there. That was over 15 yards, obviously, because they got the first down. Leedy being pursued by the Cumberland Valley defense there. Did get it off, and receiver came back and made the play.
Nice play on both sides, Gary, because the quarterback under pressure able to get off the good pass, and there is the handoff running around to the left, but it's Carter Edmondson, but he is going to be tripped up at the 26-yard line.
Nice book tackle there by Cumberland Valley. Now, Carlisle last week, they were very well versed in their fundamentals, their tackling. They made excellent tackles. They didn't try to bump people down. They wrapped their arms around the runner and the receivers and made the tackle that way.
And the quarterback again will hand the football off, but there's a whistle right away. And it'll bring up a third down and 9 yards to go. 3rd and 9.
Chambersburg has converted 3 first downs in a row here. Let's see if they can pick up a 4th or put the ball in the end zone.
And quarterback back, pumps once and throws, and it is going to be completed.
Down around the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but we'll see. I would think they would go for the first down this time.
It's 4th down and 5 yards to go. And not sure how the Trojans are going. It looks like they are indeed going for the first down and the touchdown. So now the Eagles trying to come up with a 4th down stop. And quarterback leading back. He throws, and it's going to be incomplete. And the Eagles will take over on downs, as the pass was intended for Sam Blevins at the 20-yard line.
I'll turn it over on downs. First down, Cumberland Valley. Nice drive to start the half, though.
Yeah, absolutely, Gary. To start the second half, the Trojans did move the ball down the field and got all the way to the Cumberland Valley 20-yard line, 21-yard line before it stalled on a 4th down and 5 yards to go. And here is Hunt, the quarterback, to hand it off. And up over the 25 to about the 26-yard line.
42, Tim Spinelli on the carry. He's a big ball carrier, but Trojans held him much in check that first half.
Second down and 8.
Chambersburg defense has been on the field a lot tonight, so let's see how well they are conditioned. Wide receiver to Cumberland Valley right.
And there's the handoff and running through the Trojans up to the 40-yard line.
Pick up about 18 yards on the play.
And it's Tim Spinelli, the ball carrier for the Eagles.
Connor Long, who was injured twice in that first half, he's back on the field playing. No sign of that fifth official yet. I think we're playing short with 4 officials this half.
He's not on the bench any longer. And this will be push in motion, and he gets the handoff and is going to get up to the 49-yard line.
That's eating up a lot of yards there, 8 or 9 yards on that play. Colton Brookins on the tackle for Chambersburg. He's had his name called quite a few times this year. Brookins and Holler, two very good linebackers for Chambersburg.
Second down and 2 yards to go. And Bush again comes in motion. Bush again gets the handoff, but this time the Trojans knock him down at the 49-yard line of the Eagles.
Bring up third down for Cumberland Valley. Third and about a short 2.
Third and 2. Eagles. And they'll hand it off, and breaking through the Trojans is Spinelli. And Spinelli will get it all the way up to the 25-yard line.
Pick up about 25, 26 yards on the play there for Cumberland Valley. He broke the corner, and he was running by the Chambersburg defenders.
Ball at the 27.
4:45 left in the third quarter. Wide receiver right for Cumberland Valley. Pitch to the right.
And pitch it running around to the right. And, getting knocked down at that spot. River Young out of the backfield. Mitch Holler in on the tackle for the Chambersburg Trojans.
Penalty against Cumberland Valley. Let's see how far they march it off. 5, 10, 15 yards. Ball all the way back on the 42-yard line. First and 25 for Cumberland Valley. They've got to get down to the 17 for a first down.
And they're sitting all the way back. And the handoff and coming around to the right and getting the ball up to the 40-yard line on the play is Spinelli.
Chambersburg defenders, they slowed him down, and they had a conference there with Spinelli at about the 40-yard line.
Second down and 22 for the Cumberland Valley Eagles. Second and 22. And Again, the handoff, and this is Bush getting some open field down to the 30, loose football, and we'll see.
Looks like Cumberland Valley fought and retained possession there. Fumble recovery.
So the Eagles managed to recover their own fumble, and it will cut off some more of that long yardage. It's now 3rd down and 13 for the Cumberland Valley Eagles. 3rd and 13. And quarterback back throws. He's looking for Bush. He's got him into the end zone. Touchdown, Austin Bush.
Cumberland Valley had two receivers in that vicinity. 31-yard TD pass.
And the Eagles lead at 34-0. They're an extra point away from starting the clock on the mercy rule. Something the Trojans have seen all too frequently this year.
Yes, they've given up a lot of points this year.
Connor Long in to kick it away and attempt that point number 35. And the snap, the kick is up, and the kick is no good. No good. So the clock will not start. And it is 34-0, Cumberland Valley Eagles. This is the F&M Trust, the Sports Network, on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Every day, Fast Signs helps businesses with their visual communications. We ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and help you build your business. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Visit www.fastsigns.com or visit us at our Greencastle and York locations.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school football every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Lots to celebrate for the Cumberland Valley Eagles. They got a big lead of 34-0, and they're headed for the first round of the districts next Friday night. And
now, things may be starting to fall apart for Cumberland Valley. They missed the extra point, and now the ball is falling off the tee.
So, yeah, things are tumbling down.
Halloween night. Maybe some of the spirits around this football. Mike Berger and Derek Berger out trick-or-treating tonight. We don't have him here.
And the kick is taken back at the goal line and getting it up to about the 19-yard line. And I believe Bush made that kick there. Connor Long was on the bench.
Okay.
Austin Bush. So the Trojans will go to work. 1st and 10.
2:40 left in the third quarter.
And they're shy of their own 20-yard line. Last week of the regular season. And the quarterback is off. Leedy has it complete. And getting up to the 24-yard line. Pickup of about 4 yards on the play.
Trying to see who the receiver was, but I wasn't able to pick that up.
And I am not even able to tell Gary on the delay here, at least not yet. So the number was totally blocked. And that was confirmed with the replay.
It was pick up of 5 yards and first down. It's brought up 2nd and 5, and we're going to have 3rd and short. 3rd and...
to be about a 3rd down and 2 yards to go. 3rd and 2. For the Chambersburg Trojans, they're trying to hang on to the football and keep the drive alive and maybe punch a score in one more time in 2014. And this looked like Mitch Holler on the carry.
Yeah, the play was, I don't want to say given away, but they could tell it was going to be a handoff very, very easily there. And they keyed on Holler there on the run.
And it's now 4th down and 2, and Nazir Taylor comes in to punt it away for the Chambersburg Trojans. And here comes the punt, and it is taken around the midfield. This is Connor Long down to the 40, the 30, breaking tackles, and down to the 20-yard line. And Connor Long on the return for Cumberland Valley.
The kicker, Nazir Taylor, bumped him out of bounds there about the 20. About a 30-yard return by Connor Long. Mr. Everything tonight.
He has. Let's see. He's kicking extra points. He's
punting.
Running out of the backfield.
He had that long touchdown reception to start the game.
And the Eagles have not thrown the ball a whole lot tonight, Gary. And this is quarterback hands off again, and a whole lot of room. And down inside the 5-yard line is Austin Bush.
Flag on the play. It could have been against one of the Chambersburg tacklers there. I don't know if they got a face mask or a horse collar. Face mask is the
That's
call.
what it looks like. And on the delay there, that's exactly what it looks like. It is a face mask.
However, it was only about a 1-yard penalty.
I think it was Boaz Pogue who got the mask.
So let's see. There's about 30 seconds left in this third quarter. Time for one more play. The game clock is 21, and the 25-second clock is down to about 12.
34-0, the Eagles lead. This is Hunt under center for the Eagles, and he hands the football off and into the end zone, and that is a touchdown. And I believe it may have been Connor Long. We'll wait and see. On the carry for Cumberland Valley. And that will be mercy rule time. And I can't really tell from the replay, to be honest.
Yes. We have a different kicker now. Bush is kicking the extra point.
Austin Bush. I'm more thinking like running off the field, it looked like Spinelli. The extra point by Bush is good. And the Cumberland Valley Eagles increase their lead to 41-0 with 7.3 seconds remaining to be played here in the third quarter. And this broadcast is brought to you by Mobile Express Deposit from F&M Trust. With Mobile Express Deposit, you can use your smartphone camera to point, click, and deposit checks anytime. Mobile Express Deposit, another great feature built into the F&M Trust mobile app. Learn more at fmtrustonline.com. Member FDIC.
Just checking with the other side of the press box. Heichel made the touchdown run.
So it was Heichel.
Number 33, Joe Heichel. One of the reserves for Cumberland Valley.
And a 41-0 lead, and the clock hasn't started yet, but it will momentarily here for 7 seconds, and then once it starts, it'll run throughout quarter number 4.
So maybe we'll be done by 9 p.m. tonight.
It's always possible, yeah. It sure is, and that's a end-over-end kick, and it's taken by the Trojans back on the 4-yard line, getting up to the 20, 25, and up to about the 28 is Darius Johnson.
Nice return. Hey, a nice kick there by the reserve kicker, Austin Bush, for Cumberland Valley. They have Two excellent kickers on this team.
And that is the final play of the third quarter with the score. It is Cumberland Valley 41, Chambersburg nothing on the F&M Trust, the sports network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
It's home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local Waste Management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school football every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
And there is the handoff and getting a lot of room up to the 50 down the sidelines. This is Edmondson up to the 35-yard line, and a nice run from the Trojans all the way from their own 29 to the Eagles' 35.
36-yard run by Edmondson.
And the Trojans have come up with a few big ones tonight, and just haven't been able to punch it in and get it on the scoreboard yet.
Yeah,
So,
not too much of a difference on statistics, but except on that scoreboard.
and back it comes. There's the handoff. Edmondson again, and Edmondson will be up to the 20-yard line for Chambersburg. 21.
Another 16 yards on the play there by Edmondson. Or is he at the 15? No, he's at the 20. Yes.
Yeah, just shy of the 20-yard line. So the Trojans.
Now, what grade is Edmondson in, Gary?
Edmondson is a junior.
Okay.
And the handoff again. This is Edmondson, and he's up to the 15-yard line. Kind of a stutter step, but he able to pick up about 5 on the play.
He's picking up yardage here for Chambersburg.
10:25 time on scoreboard clock here at Trojan Stadium. And I'm sure you've seen at times tonight a very sparse crowd in Chambersburg.
That's a chilly night. Temperatures drop down to about 45 degrees right now.
And quarterback back and rolling left and headed to the end zone, incomplete. Cumberland Valley Eagle picking it up on one bounce, but this is football weather.
Oh, yes.
This is what football was meant to be played in.
Leedy knocked to the ground after the pass there, but he got up. He's back in the game. He's not going out. Cumberland Valley's had a couple of hard hits on Leedy tonight.
Third down, 4 yards to go. 3rd and 4. And quarterback Leedy again. He'll hand the football off. This is Edmondson, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chambersburg Trojans on the run from Carter Edmondson from the 15-yard line. And the Trojans hit pay dirt with 9:21 to play in the ball game.
Okay. Edmondson doing a commendable job on that series of downs.
Wait a minute. It's coming back. A holding call.
Oh, tell me it ain't so.
Touchdowns are so hard to come by for this team, and you get one. And back it comes. So that's a holding against Chambersburg.
Okay. Yeah, Chambersburg's been averaging about 1 touchdown and 1 field goal per game this season. It's tough to take that off the scoreboard.
Yes,
but
it is.
It does happen.
It does.
3rd and long for Chambersburg.
3rd and long. Just ask the Baltimore Ravens. Back it comes. And the pass is up, and the pass is incomplete. Intended for Darius Johnson, but broken up by number 87, Evan Callahan.
It was chipped, but it wasn't knocked down. That was gave the Trojan receiver a chance, but he did not see it after it was tipped away.
We found out about called out back touchdown Sunday on the Ravens having one called back the end of the game that would have won the game.
Yes.
Steve Smith on
that pass play, yes.
Yeah, that pass play, and as a result of the call, instead of a win, it's a loss.
He was called for pushing off.
Yeah. And back it comes, and up Boaz Pogue, pass broken up by the Eagles. And again, there with the coverage is Evan Callahan for Cumberland Valley.
So the ball's turned over and downs there. Pogue almost had himself 6 points.
And Chambersburg turned away again as a result of the penalty. Oh.
And we've had a relatively free penalty game, relatively penalty-free game.
Yes, it has been, Gary, for the most part. It's been a few, but it's not like we've seen that laundry on the field all night. And there is the handoff, and up close to first down yardage for the Cumberland Valley Eagles. And jumping out of that foul is
their wingback has been getting a lot of action tonight.
So the Eagles will bring it up again.
Second and short.
And here is the quarterback handing the football off around the left side with yardage to near the 40-yard line is Joshua Honorat.
Okay, enough for first down. First and 10, Cumberland Valley with 6:30 left in the ball game.
And the clock moving right along with the mercy rule. And we do want to invite you to join us again Thursday night, Chalk Talk, postseason edition from the John Allison Public House in Greencastle. Mike Montadoro and I will be there. And the handoff and getting up to maybe the 44-yard line.
Pick about 5. Second and 5 for Cumberland Valley.
So it will be a 2nd and 5. 7:30 p.m. Thursday nights, and we'll continue Chalk Talk on into the beginning of the basketball season and maybe beyond. So,
but let me ask you this, Gary. Do you have an opinion on who's the best football player you've seen this year? You've been to many games.
You know, there's been many very good athletes, but you know, whenever you talk about that, Shamar Pates, and there's a flag on the play from James Buchanan, you know, has to come to mind. And he's had a good season.
Yes.
He's had a tremendous season. And he also, you know, he does so many things. Right now he's a quarterback with the regular quarterback being hurt. He's played quarterback. He's been running back. He's been out as wide receiver. He plays defense. He also returns kicks. And how many times do you have a quarterback standing back there returning a kickoff?
He's a talented athlete. Not limited to one position. He's a good athlete and plays all the positions.
A whistle and penalty being marched off again against the Cumberland Valley Eagles. Trying to get you some updates here from games around the area.
Yeah, now these referees, they're just giving the signals to the PA announcer, Doug Deardorff. The referees are turning their backs on us.
Yeah.
But I guess that happens.
By the way, Boaz Pogue, 7 catches, 71 yards tonight. Pretty good night for Pogue. And it gets up over the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Number 20 again for Cumberland Valley. Hornick, Sam Hornick.
40, at least the famous name there.
Yes.
Yeah. 40 seconds to go, third quarter. Wadesboro leading Big Spring by a score of 59-0. Shippensburg extends its lead 28-21 over Greencastle.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. 28-yard touchdown run on a quarterback keeper.
Wow.
By Tyler Gustafson. Actually, they're saying 23-yard run. And again, that ball up over the 35 to about the 36-yard line.
Looks like Colton Brookins, number 36. He's not ready to give up any play on this football field. He's been playing hard all year long. He pulled that ball carry down from behind, creating a fourth down for Cumberland Valley. 4th and 11 with about 3 minutes left in the game.
41-0 Cumberland Valley. They led it 28-0 at the end of the first quarter. And the kick is going to be bobbled by the Trojans. Fight for the football. And it's going to be maybe recovered by the Eagles. We'll have to wait. Haven't got the signal. Cumberland Valley football. Another mistake for Chambersburg. And I guess when you're 1-9,
you do make a few mistakes.
You make a few mistakes. That's why you're 1-9. But all season long, the Trojans
and they've been very costly
playing.
too.
And yes, and it seems like every time they have a turnover, it blows up. And
yeah, tonight we had a fumble return for a touchdown, and then another fumble that was down on the Chambersburg 1-yard line.
And
it looked like some dancing going on the Cumberland Valley backfield.
Congratulations again to Robert Malott of Greencastle, Pennsylvania. He was the winner of 2 tickets, bus transportation to see the Washington Redskins and Philadelphia Eagles from Klein Tours. And that is coming up on Saturday, December the 20th, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
I understand RG3 is going to start this week at Minnesota for the Redskins.
Yes, but after the performance on Sunday night
by Colt McCoy.
Yes, Colt McCoy. I almost wanted to see him have another shot out there.
Yes.
But
in the previous game, didn't he have a late drive to win the game?
Yes, he did. Yeah. But RG3 is back, so should be very interesting going against the Minnesota Vikings. So.
Yeah, RG3 is the franchise player. That's who they build their team on.
So the Redskins have won 2 in a row, I think for the first time since the 2012 season. And that ball's up over the 45 to about the 44-yard line.
Time for just 1 or 2 more plays here.
And the time is running out. The sun is setting on the 2014 season for the Chambersburg Trojans. And, sometimes I wonder, how does the season fly by so quickly? Seems like we were just here on Labor Day weekend opening the football season. And
well, let me thank you, Gary, for the opportunity to work with you and Mike Berger again.
It's great having you aboard, Gary. And the handoff, and that's Edmondson, wrong side of the scorecard.
That'll be the game.
Sunday. And that is the football game tonight. And the 2014 regular season is in the books for the Cumberland Valley Eagles. They improved to 8-2, move on to the first round of the District 3 PIAA playoffs next week. And for the Chambersburg Trojans, they finish out at 1 win and 9 losses. That's it. Cumberland Valley with the victory here tonight by a score of 41-0. We'll be back to wrap it up after these messages on the F&M Trust, the Sports Network, on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
It's home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Hey, insurance companies that want to spend a gazillion dollars on funny TV ads can go right ahead, as long as it's not my money paying for it. For seriously good auto, home, business, or life insurance, I go to Erie Insurance, where a great price is just the start. You get unbelievable service, independent agents you can really trust, and superior products. But don't just take it from me. Talk to your local Erie agent.
Call Antrim Insurance. In Greencastle, call 593-0500. In Waynesboro, call 762-4565.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Terrain dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name, serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
Every day, Fast Signs helps businesses with their visual communications. We ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and help you build your business. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Visit www.fastsigns.com or visit us at our Greencastle and York locations.
Live and local. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
A 41-0 win for the Cumberland Valley Eagles tonight here in Chambersburg. And just a quick update, Greencastle Shippensburg now tied at 28. Greencastle has battled back to tie that up. A good game going on up Interstate 81, about 10 miles or so tonight, and a big one for the Blue Devils, and they are tied up here in Chambersburg. Same story for the Trojans, Gary. Tonight, a 41-0 loss at the hands of the Cumberland Valley Eagles.
However, Chambersburg held Cumberland Valley scoreless. Scoreless, I say, in both the second and fourth quarters.
Yeah, it was. 28 of those points occurred in the first quarter. 28 in the first quarter, and after that, it was a 13-0 game. And a funny thing here, Ed Gottwalls inadvertently tweeted onto
the final
Twitter
score, yes.
The final score of Cumberland Valley 410, Chambersburg 0, and Lizzie Arbogast goes back and says, please tell me that's 41, not 410. And yes, it is indeed 41. So a 41-0 victory for the Eagles.
So a long season ends for the Trojans. Hopefully they're able to find some starting points for next year from this season.
And it'll be processed in the off season, as it always is. And Trojans trying to turn that program around, and I am very confident and hopeful that when we start the 2014 season, Mark Saunders will be on the sideline of the Chambersburg
Possibly
Trojans.
in the spring track season, we'll see some sprinters, some fast players.
Yeah.
That could be. The Chambersburg needs a little bit of speed on both offense and defense.
They are lacking speed, and we've known that all along, and I think it's been rather obvious. There's a lot of mismatches when it comes to speed, in the Trojans. So they do need to get speed, absolutely, Gary.
Yeah, how Cumberland Valley finish the year? They finish their regular season?
They finish at 8-2. They'll be moving on to District 3 PI AA playoffs, which begin next Friday night. They came in ranked. Cumberland Valley was ranked at number 7 and what they are hoping for. You always want to improve that and get yourself a better first-round matchup. We know the Eagles will be hosting the first round of the playoffs next Friday night. The first 8 teams end up being the host.
I guess we'll have to wait and see if Waynesboro and Greencastle get in the playoffs.
And if they do, if Greencastle or Waynesboro gets in, we're going to have coverage of that game next Friday night. One, both, or any combination, but you'll be able to hear all the Franklin County teams in the playoffs on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
And you'll be talking more about that next Thursday night at Chalk Talk?
Chalk Talk Thursday night at 7:30, live from the John Allison Public House in Greencastle.
And who was the winner of the trip to the Redskin
Robert
game again?
Malott of Greencastle, Pennsylvania, won the 2 tickets, bus transportation, to see the Washington Redskins and Philadelphia Eagles on December 20th at FedEx Field.
So it does pay to listen to Mid-Penn Broadcasting.
It sure does. You you can be a winner, listen and win. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's it. And thanks again, Gary, for joining us throughout the season here on Trojan football on Mid-Penn Broadcasting.
I've enjoyed it, Gary. I thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, and that will put a lid on the 2014 season for the Chambersburg Trojans. Tonight's game brought to you by F&M Trust. They're in the community and 100% local. Come to the right place for local banking. Member FDIC. By Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent. By Waste Management, environmentally friendly technologies and advanced innovations. By Remax Executives Agent Lois Baer. Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency serving the tri-state area for 35 years. By Leckrod Comfort Solutions, serving all of Franklin County with professional service and installation. By Clyde Tours, New York City, Atlantic City, and more. Visit ClydeTours.net. For a complete tour schedule, you can tune over to the other channel and catch the Greencastle Blue Devils and Shippensburg Greyhounds on GameTimePA.com and MidPennBroadcasting.com. They're going to the fourth quarter, tied at 28. Now on camera tonight with Game Time PA, Marcus Rayhot. For Gary Lang, I'm Gary Clyde. Wishing you a most pleasant good night, everyone.